He even went back to the girl and was like, "Hey, girl, I got this Tylenol. Thank you for helping me out, boo." And she was like, "Thumbs up, sweetie. Yeah. Period, boo." Next thing you know, this bitch calling the police. Hello, hello. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Okay, this is going to be my first little video. We're going to see what's going on. So today I wanted to talk about a man accused of trying to abduct a child at Walmart released on bond, honey. Yes, God. Okay. So this is a story about Mahendra Patel. Okay, those of you guys who don't know, let me put it up on the stream. I'm going to share my screen. But yes, okay, we're gonna share this, and this is gonna be from The Independent. And it says man accused of trying to abduct a child at Walmart released on bond after new video surfaces. Mahendra Patel, 57, said he asked a woman with two children to help him find Tylenol, but she accused him of trying to kidnap her son. The video here says, or the article says, a man who spent 6 weeks in jail after he allegedly tried to snatch a toddler from a mother at a Georgia Walmart has been released on bond after new surveillance. Oh, okay. Has been released on bond after new surveillance footage surfaced. Mahendra Patel, 57, was arrested and charged with attempted kidnapping, battery, and assault following the March 18th incident in which 26-year-old Caroline Miller accused him of trying to kidnap her 2-year-old son. Miller told WSB TV Atlanta she was on a motorized scooter with her two children at a superstore in Ackworth when Patel approached her and asked for help finding Tylenol. That's when he grabbed her son and they were tug of warring over the child. Okay, all right, okay. But Patel's defense attorney, Ashley Merchant, argued at a bond hearing this week, excuse me, that surveillance footage her firm had subpoenaed from Walmart contradicts Miller's account of the incident and instead proves her client's innocence. Mm. Was Tabu. Okay, this is Mahendra right here. Remember, he's a darky. He's a dark Indian. Okay. I am a little darker myself. I can say that. Okay. But he's on the darker side. But let's keep reading. Merchant submitted an edited compilation of the footage that she said shows Patel trying to help the child and the mother because she was on the scooter. Merchant noted that Miller is not physically disabled. After leaning in to reach for the child, Patel then immediately backs up and puts his hands in his pockets. When Miller leans back, the video shows. The video couldn't be clearer, she told the judge. Mr. Patel did not try to kidnap this child. Okay. Prosecutors argued that Patel had fled the store, but his attorney claimed that her client continued shopping and interacted with other Walmart employees, including one who referred to him as a friendly older gentleman before paying the Tylenol and leaving the store, paying for the Tylenol and leaving the store. Merchant also argued that Patel wasn't a flight risk and had strong ties to the community. She also noted that over 250 people, including family members and neighbors, had come to the courthouse that day in support of his release. After hearing the arguments and viewing the footage, Cobb County Superior Court Judge A. Gregory granted Poole on a oh release on a $10,000 bond. Wait, I'm a little confused. Who's Poole? Maybe that was supposed to say Patel. I don't know what's going on. You know, these things have issues as well. Whatever. Okay, I'm going mistakes, grammar mistakes, spelling errors, all that. Whatever. I'm going to grant this man a bond. He's entitled to a bond. Well, no shit, honey. The judge told Patel, I'm not worried about that. I don't believe he poses a risk to the community. The evidence from this video, and I won't comment on what I think the video really shows as far as guilt or innocence. It's not my job today, but the facts do show me that he hung around. And I don't find that he's a flight risk based upon what I saw in the video. Patel, who spent his birthday in Cobb County Jail, was released later that day. Outside the jail, he told reporters, I'm so happy to be out. I can't not even dream about someone alleging of me doing it. Okay, child. He added, it was a shocker. And I guess that's the end of you know, the video, or whatever. Um, was there a okay, we don't care about Joe Rogan. Okay, I think there was a video at the
But
top
there's
here,
the
but
if you
we're just
throw a
gonna keep
lot of
it
shit
moving.
out there,
So there's a few
there's
things
some
about this
point at
that
which I'm just raising questions is not a
I would
valid
like to
thing.
add in.
Mhm.
You're not raising
Uh
questions.
I
You're
don't
not
think this
asking
article
questions. You're telling
mentioned.
people something.
Do you think Daryl's doing that?
I think
Yeah,
there's a
I
whole
don't
bunch
see
of
it
guys
anywhere.
doing
I
it.
don't know
I
what's
think
playing
he.
right now, but we need to stop that. I don't know if this was mentioned. I don't see it here. This man was held for 6 weeks off of a lie, okay? This man was held for 6 weeks off of a BS lie. 6 weeks in jail because some white lady, yeah, and I said it, some white lady decided that this dark Indian was trying to kidnap her son. Now, I wanna find a video of the surveillance. I wanna see if I can find it for y'all. What is this here, honey? Let's see. Ooh, okay, well, look, we're gonna do this. We're gonna play the video, okay? We're gonna play a different video because I wanna show y'all what's really going on here. So we're gonna stop sharing that screen, and we're gonna start sharing boom, oops, excuse me. We're gonna start sharing this one because I wanna show y'all something real quick. Right quick, real quick. Okay, we're gonna share this one. Okay, this is from YouTube. This is from NBC. Fair use, fair use. But I want to show y'all something. Let's go ahead and play the
I
video.
had to rip my baby out of some other man's hands because he was trying to snatch him.
This dramatic 911 call detailing what sounds like every parent's worst nightmare.
It all happened so fast, and he was out of the store.
It allegedly happened here at this Walmart outside Atlanta. This security footage shows a woman identified in a police report as 26-year-old Caroline Miller on a mobility scooter with her 2 kids when a man approached. But what happens next is at the center of a kidnapping case that has drawn international attention. Miller told police that an Indian man approached her and grabbed her 2-year-old son and pulled him away. Miller did not return NBC's request for comment, but detailed the alleged struggle to local station Atlanta News First.
First of all, we just saw little clips of the video. And there was not one point in this video where I saw an attempted kidnapping. Any police officer that looks at this video and was like,
Art
"Yep,
outside
he was kidnapped
Atlanta.
and needs to
This
be locked up,"
security footage shows a
is an
woman
idiot,
identified in a
is
police
dumb, and
report
needs to
as
be fired from their job.
26-year-old Caroline Miller on a mobility scooter with her 2 kids when a man approached. But what happens next is at the center of a kidnapping case that has drawn international attention. Miller told police that an Indian man approached her and grabbed her 2-year-old son and pulled him away. Miller did not return NBC's request for comment, but detailed the alleged struggle to local station Atlanta News First.
And I'm like, no, 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 what are you doing? What are you doing? And I got him back, and then he just stared at me and then goes, oh, I just wanted to get him out of your lap so you could get up and help me, which was weird. That didn't make any sense. And then he just walked off.
That man was eventually identified as 56-year-old Mahendra Patel,
that.
a real estate
Pause. So instead of us seeing, the mugshot that it was floating around there at first, look at this nice little beautiful picture. Nice, beautiful picture. Most Americans ain't even seen no damn mountain with no snow. What the hell he need to go and kidnap somebody for? I'm not saying that he can't. I'm not saying that he won't. But we can clearly see in the video, I saw on some of the news sites and whatnot, they was using his mug shot and everything. But for her, they was using a beautiful little shot and, pretty little white girl. She's sitting up. She's sitting up, body T, hair T, makeup done. She has her 2 kids and she's such a victim. Oh, okay, America.
eventually identified as 56-year-old Mahendra Patel, a real estate investor, retired engineer, husband, and father of 2.
Big
Police
A real estate well, there's the mugshot. A real estate investor, okay, father of 2, and a retired engineer. Dare I say, what does okay, look, I'm not trying to discriminate. I'm not trying to say that it can't happen, but what does a father of 2, retired engineer, and a real estate investor need to come into Walmart and steal a child for? Okay, people usually with that kind of money, they do like what Jeffrey Epstein does. They do like what the Trump family does. They go to islands and they buy their girls there. They don't go to a Walmart and steal them. Okay? Yeah. This sounds like BS already. I know I read the article, but it's all BS.
arrested him and charged him with kidnapping of a minor, assault, and battery. He's been in jail now for nearly 6
Wait a
weeks.
fucking minute.
But now
Kidnapping, assault, and battery. Well, now where the fuck was the assault and battery? Now the kidnapping, because you can see in the video he did, well, I would assume grab the child. Okay, the reasoning being, we'll get there. Assault and who was assaulted and who was battered? There wasn't even an attempted assault and battery. You literally we can look at this video and we can see right here. Where was the assault and battery? I'm just so confused.
Anna. This security footage shows a woman identified in a
It's the
police
baby.
report as 26-year-old Caroline Miller
Get her outta
on a
here.
mobility
I'm
scooter
mad
with
at
her
her
two
already.
kids when a man approached. But what happens next is at the center of a kidnapping case that has drawn international attention. Miller told police that an Indian man approached her and grabbed her 2-year-old son and pulled him away. Miller did not return NBC's request for comment.
I mean, I guess if that's what they consider assault and battery, but okay. Let's move
Him
on.
and charged him with kidnapping of a minor, assault, and battery. He's been in jail now for nearly 6 weeks. But now Miller's account is very much in dispute.
When I finally got the video, I was upset that Mr. Patel was still in jail.
Patel's attorney, Ashley Merchant, says the evidence in this case shows something very different.
Walk me through what that video showed when you finally were able to see it.
I see the video and I'm like, how has this happened? You know, how was he even arrested?
Merchant provided NBC News with over 9 hours of surveillance video from various cameras inside that Walmart. In the video, you can see Patel approach Miller. According to the police report, Miller says Patel asked her where the Tylenol was. Merchant says that as Miller stands up to point to where the Tylenol was, her 2-year-old son slips from her lap. Patel says he tried to help stabilize the toddler. Miller alleged something different in that 911 call.
I was in the Walmart and I had to rip my baby out of some other man's hands because he was trying to snatch him.
After that, the video shows Patel walking off, and he's later seen approaching Miller one more time to show her that he found the Tylenol. She appears to give him a thumbs up.
I'm surprised that she would describe it as someone trying to take her child because it's so obvious that it wasn't.
Now,
Right.
almost 45,000 people have signed a Change.org petition calling for justice for Patel.
Yes.
And what was his original reaction when he got arrested? Because he probably did not see that coming at all.
He was shocked. He could not believe it. Angry.
Hasmukh Patel has been friends with Mahendra Patel for almost 40 years. He's been talking to him on the phone every day from jail.
He cannot believe it that he is in for the things that he did not commit.
The Ackworth Police Department did not respond to NBC's request for an interview, but we went to the Cobb County District Attorney's office and a spokesperson told us there's a lot more to the story, but because it's a pending investigation, we can't comment.
Pause, because they always do this. Okay, as a black person who grew up in America, right? We know how the police work with us. Okay? Any black person who says they don't, they're lying. Or they just never really got to experience it. Their family has never told them stuff, so they're honestly ignorant. They don't have no more evidence, and the shit was not deeper than that. What they gonna do is they gonna try to find something in the past. Maybe when he was back in India, he might have went to jail a little bit for being a little too drunk and rowdy. You know, they gonna bring that up and be like, "Oh, see, he's a criminal." Oh. You know, that's what they do. That's what they do. That's what they do. Welcome to America. Everybody's getting the black experience now, even the dark Indians, okay? At the hands of a white woman. This has been seen time and time again. Any black person in America knows this is straight up BS. We have been accused of doing things maliciously to others, mainly white people, when only thing we were trying to do was help or just mind our business. Just being in existence around these people has put our life
For
in
now,
danger.
Merchant
Ooh.
and Patel.
Now, I'm not saying don't be around no white people. I'm not saying don't trust white people or anything, but you got to know your people. You got to know. You got to know. Well, obviously, you can't really know because clearly this guy, you know, he thought he was doing a good service. He even went back to the girl after he tried to kidnap the children and committed assault and battery. He even went back to the girl and was like, "Hey, girl, I got this Tylenol. Thank you for helping me out, boo." And she was like, "Thumbs up, sweetie. Yeah, period, boo." Next thing you know, this bitch calling the police. And y'all heard what she said. "Oh my God, he just tried to take my baby." Oh, oh, oh. Give me a break. They've been doing this shit Since the foundation of this country, ever since black people became free, white people have been pulling this stuff. Racist whites, not the regulars. Racist. There is a difference. There's a difference. There is a difference. Okay? I don't care what nobody says. Racist whites are different from regular whites. Regular whites, they don't give a fuck about that racist shit. They'll treat you however they want to, just like I'll treat you however I want to. The race don't matter to them. They don't see it like that. They see it like, oh, you're a bitch, I'm a bitch, let's be bitches. Like that's how they feel, you know? But the racists, oh, you existing is too much. You just being around is too much. You just having air, life in you having blood flowing through your veins is too much for them. It's too much, sister. Like it's just not working. And I think it's weird. I don't want to play this video no more, child, because this bitch was just lying the whole time. But that's the thing that I'm talking about. It's like this man's not even black. Let's start there. But he's getting the black experience for sure. And why was he locked up for 6 weeks? 6 weeks off of a lie? What happened to innocent until proven guilty? They just put him right in jail and left him there for 6 weeks. Mind you, this is a businessman. This man owns several businesses. Okay, you know what? Let's go back to the video because I want to show y'all something real quick. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Because we gonna do this real quick. We gonna do this. Ooh, let me get myself together here. Oh Lord. Okay, there we go. Let's keep playing.
Tells
Hold on.
friends,
I'm talking
says
too much.
he's
I'm sorry. I'm
angry,
getting excited.
but is willing to fight these charges until he can clear his name.
I mean, imagine being in jail knowing you didn't do something and then having a video that shows you didn't do anything, but hearing that your government is still going to keep you in jail. I mean, that's very disheartening.
And NBC's Priya Sridhar joins us now from outside the detention center where Patel is being held. Priya, I understand Patel will have his first court appearance tomorrow. What are we expecting to happen there?
Hey, Ellison, that's right. Yeah, so I think everyone's sort of looking for what potentially the Ackworth Police Department or the Cobb County's district attorney could say about this case. We haven't heard from them since that initial arrest took place more than 6 weeks ago, and certainly not since this surveillance video has been widely distributed across this area. Of course, numerous media outlets have tried to ask them if they could potentially drop the charges or lessen the charges based on this surveillance video, but they have not responded. Of course, today they seem to indicate that there's more to the story. So I think everyone's going to be anxiously awaiting to see what could potentially come out in court tomorrow as far as that goes. Ellison?
Priya Sridhar reporting in Georgia. Thank you.
Thanks. Girl, child, there ain't no more to the story. There's no more to the story. I swear, when they see a white woman in suburbia, they try to put everything on there like that's not. There is no more to the story. We saw the story. The girl's a liar and she needs to be held accountable. She needs to go to jail for filing a false police report. And the police department itself, a lawsuit. Ooh, child, a lawsuit needs to be filed against these people. Why are we locking people up without proof of the crime that they committed? Why are we locking people up just based on hearsay? You saw the video, police department. Whatever they were, you saw the video, police department, and you saw that this man did not attempt to kidnap the kid. First of all, criminals will leave the crime of the scene. They do return later, but they will. A lot of times they do return later, but they will leave the. If he was really attempting to kidnap a child, why the fuck would he go and continue to do his shopping, get his little Tylenol, and come back to the girl and be like, "Hey, girl, I got my Tylenol," and she like, "Oh, yeah." Are you serious? Come on, I can investigate better than that. Come on, police department. A lawsuit needs to be filed. That man needs to be reimbursed for emotional distress, potential monies he may have lost for being out of commission for 6 weeks from his businesses. That girl need to go to jail. Okay. I saw that the girl. I need to pull it up. But I was watching another video that said that the girl has a record of calling the police on people and filing police reports. This is a Karen. This is a white woman in suburbia. This is the stuff we be talking about. You think that if he was a white man, he would be in jail for 6 weeks, not able to run his business, not able to see his kids, not even to get his income off of what if she was a black woman? And she said, "Oh, this white man came and oh my God, he tried to take my child." Girl, they tell her, "Shut your ass up and get back to work, girl." they wouldn't give a flying fadoodle about what's going on with that girl. But because it's a white woman, oh my God. Children. The dark Indian man. You know people in America don't like Indians anyway. That's a whole nother topic. I don't know what that's about, but that's a whole nother thing. But this is ridiculous. This is 2025 and we're still going through this. But the difference is it's starting to reach other people. It's not just the black people and the natives anymore. It's starting to reach the other people, starting to reach the Latinos, the Indians, who else is being discriminated against at this point? The Chinese, I don't know, the fucking the Asian, everybody else other than the and I think it's really strange and it's really weird that if you go on Instagram, if you go on I don't know about TikTok because I don't really use TikTok, but if you go on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, in the comments, you have plenty, and it's always white people who say racist whites, in my opinion, because any white person who's actually sane and doesn't have an agenda will say, yeah, there's obviously blatant racism, like just everywhere. It's just not, instead of people being called the hard ER these days out in public, it's more so like, oh, I'm not going to hire him for this job, even though he's perfectly qualified for everything. Yeah, that's discrimination as well, but how do we track that? How do we know that? We can't control what goes on in people's brains. We don't know what's going on, but it's there. Or, you know, this in this case, this is a dark skinned Indian. This man was held unjustly for 6 weeks. This man was held unjustly for 6 weeks without being proven of a crime. He was just accused, not proven, nothing. They saw the recording, they saw the video and everything, and the man was still locked up. That is BS. That is BS. This is 2025. We cannot allow this. And my thing is, it's like, when is this going to change? When is this going to change? Racist white people have been doing this for a long time, a very long time. And you have people like the police department who are backing them up, the government who would back them up. All J6ers pardoned. Ashley Babbitt's family, $5 million in American tax dollars. I ain't vote for that. I ain't vote to have my money go to that bitch. That girl got shot because she was a dumbass and tried to get into the motherfucking Capitol after she was told not to. She should have took her little ass home and sat on the couch with her family. Even her family, I think they came out and said she was doing bad, so she should not have been there. This is America in 2025. And if people are seeing this now and they're like, "Oh my God, this is outrageous." Welcome to the black experience, because it's been happening for all of us for the longest time. Every black family you know of, you could probably go into and you can ask somebody, "Hey, you ever had some experiences at the hand of the police?" Somebody, every black family, they're gonna have a, they're gonna have some experience, some story that they can give you, some anecdote they can tell you. They're gonna have something. Y'all gotta stay safe out here. Be blessed. Uh, you know, it's a shame. This is 2025 and this is still happening. But the only thing is that it's reaching everybody now. Stay woke, y'all. Stay woke, y'all.